Alright everybody, today I am here for a quick afternoon weather update. This isn't going to be a very long video, so let's just go ahead and get right into it. SPC outlook, we have no marginal risks of severe weather today. Moving on to tomorrow, no marginal risks. But then on Tuesday, we do have a marginal risk of severe weather across the upper Midwest. That was a slight risk at one point yesterday, but it's gotten downgraded to a marginal risk, so we're going to have to watch this area in here, specifically like the Minneapolis region, okay? So look out for that. Climate Prediction Center, 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. This is going to be for October 28th to November 1st. We have a huge Arctic blast that's going to move into the upper Midwest here. This area in the darkest shade of blue there, that very sliver of a shade, the darkest purple color, that's going to be a 90 to 100% chance to see below average temperatures in that region, okay? So for northern South Dakota, North Dakota, and then eastern Montana, you have a 90 to 100% chance to see below average temperatures from the Climate Prediction Center. This is a huge prediction, which most likely means we're going to see sub-0 degree temperature readings at some point, like even without the wind chill, forget that. It might actually be under 0 degrees. So we're definitely getting into the time of year where if we get an Arctic blast, it's going to feel like winter, and that's pretty much what's happening. So look out, it is seriously going to get cold here in this region. Now in the southeastern U.S., this is a whole different story, as in the red color there, you're going to have a 60 to 70% chance to see above average temperatures extending from central and southern Florida back up into southeastern Virginia, so look out for that. And then there's a very thin line here in between the hot area and the cold area that kind of goes through portions of the deep south going through the Midwest, Ohio Valley region. So most people are going to be seeing a big swing in temperatures no matter where they're at in the country over the next several days. 6 to 7 day precipitation outlook. This cold front is also going to bring some rain with it, but most likely in the form of snow, actually. That's going to be its precipitation of choice since it's going to be so cold. And then down here in southwest Texas, you are going to have a 50 to 60% chance to see above average precipitation, but it's probably not going to be cold enough in Texas to have that, actually. But up here in like the upper Midwest and really the entirety of the Midwest here, you're going to have the potential for some snow since we're going to see some very cold temperatures and above average precipitation, so look out for that. Now, we do have a couple areas in the country as well that are going to experience some extreme droughts over the next several days. One of them being the Four Corner states, where in the dark shade of brown there, you're going to have a 50 to 60% chance to see below average precipitation, so very dry in that region. And then same thing for the Northwest here, very dry in portions of Washington and northwestern Idaho. So look out for that. 8 to 14 day outlooks, 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. We still have an area that has a 70-80% chance to see below average temperatures in the upper Midwest here, kind of moving a little bit more eastwards now. And this is going to be for October 30th to November 5th. And the fact that they're still highlighting this large of an area this far out means that it's probably still going to be very cold. Now, we also still have that area down here in the red that has a 60 to 70% chance to see above average temperatures, but that's more isolated down there in southern Florida now, in like the Miami region. So it's going to be hot down here, cold up here, and it's going to be a pretty crazy event. 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook here. We're still going to see some above average precipitation in the regions that are supposed to be cooler than normal. One of them being here on the west coast, where you're going to have a 40 to 50% chance to see above average precipitation, and will hopefully end the drought in this region. And then one of them is going to be still down here in southwest Texas, so look out for that. That's the longest I think I've ever spent on the Climate Prediction Center, so let's go ahead and move on to watches, warnings, and advisories right here. Right now, winter storm watches and winter weather advisories are in effect for portions of northwest Montana here, okay? We're going to get a pretty decent round of snow moving through this region. Could get several inches of snow, maybe up to a foot in some isolated areas. So it's going to be a pretty strong snowstorm. So definitely look out for that in that region. Blue, that's going to be your winter storm watches. Purple, those are going to be your winter weather advisories. So look out for that. And then we have freeze warnings and frost advisories scattered across the Ohio Valley here, going all the way down from North Carolina back over to like towards Indianapolis, and then going eastward all the way to like Pittsburgh. So dark blue, that's going to be freeze warnings, light blue, frost advisories. So it's not only the upper Midwest that's going to get affected by this huge cool down, but also the eastern Midwest. So it's very cold right now, alright? So we could see some temperatures below freezing in this region, specifically down into the 20s, the mid-20s, specifically in like Ohio, West Virginia, that area. So definitely look out for that. We do have some dense fog advisories kind of over a good chunk of southern Louisiana, so look out for that. That does include New Orleans. But other than that, very calm right now. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. This has just been a quick afternoon weather update, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.